they wanted to attack. Like, you know, I was wrong and I was this and I was that, calling me names, saying my hair was nappy, which was weird coming out of their mouths, and like, and I believe it hit the ceiling for me and made me really want to run for the hills when Kristen and Stassi decided they were going to call the cops on me. This is when I quit. Like, I left the show, was invited back, but, you know, to tell my truth, but decided it wasn't going to do anything for me. So I ended up knocking me back. So I decided to go over MTV. Once I did that, I felt like they got upset with me because I was at a club called Lucy Bellows. There's a guy who partially owns that club named Marcus Molinari, who's amazing. And I seen them, Kristen and Stassi there. I seen Kristen, not Stassi, I think I seen Kristen there for sure though. And there was this article on, is it Daily? Something Daily. It's like a news site, Daily Mail. There was an article out where there was an African American lady who, it was like a weird photo, so she looked very, very light skinned. And had these different like weird tattoos or whatever, and they showcased her, and I guess this woman was like robbing people and stealing like gold bars. The woman was at large, okay? She was drugging them. She was on a mission. And they called the cops and said it was me. Yes. And this is like true story. I heard this from actually Stassi doing an interview. She's telling them what they did to me. So they called the cops on me. The police say, "Oh, that sounds crazy. We're not coming. That's not Faith. We looked it up. That's not her. It was somebody else." But it was just funny because they thought it was me because it was a black woman with a weave. So they just assumed it would be me. And they called the cops on me, and it didn't work. So they were upset about that. Then that didn't work. So they said, "Oh, well, she's military. She's AWOL. The military's looking for her. So get her that way." No, I was actually honorable discharged, and I have that paperwork, and I showed that as well online. And I was upset that they were trying every avenue, and really upset that MTV decided to kind of bring me on there. So yeah, that was really crazy because I never, my season, I wasn't on a season with Kristen or Stassi like that, so I didn't know them like that. I didn't hang out with them.
There was just so much that I didn't understand. And again,
I understand that.
It's my fault that I didn't educate myself.
I mean, this is a very serious matter, but I have to tell you, when you tell me you go to your coach, where do you find a diversity coach? I mean, is this a listing?
Word of mouth, you know, Google, the same way that you find anyone else. But I wanted to have a safe space to ask questions and talk about these things. I didn't want to just talk to my friends about them, and I felt like...
Do you go daily to the diversity? I mean, is it over the phone? Is it on a Zoom? How does that, is it like an hour a week?
No, it's on Zoom, and we meet once a week, and I have homework and discussion. We have discussions and all that.
What was like your last assignment that you recall that you had?
My last assignment was I had to take a race test where you immediately click things based on your immediate reaction to a question to see your bias and what your preferences are with things that you might not even realize your bias about.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, I mean, I just didn't need for her to go on Tamron Hall to tell us that she's a Karen.
Thank you.
We knew that already.
It's a little too late for all of that. Like, we don't even need to know your side because we know your side. That's why you're not with Bravo anymore. She should go have her blessing, her beautiful baby once it gets here, and then just enjoy the rest of her life.
Let me get comfortable, because some of the show today ties into the conversation that I had with Stassi Schroeder last week. She was fired from Vanderpump Rules, and most people saw it as a fair and open conversation. Difficult, but fair. But the other day, I was told that there was a report that Stassi felt, quote, unprepared, and that it was, quote, awkward, even that I had gone rogue, whatever that means. Let me just be open, because I'm expecting everybody who's participating in this show today, I want them to be open, so I have to do the same. It's why I wanted this show, to be honest with you. So I'm going to take you behind the scenes of TV. Now, I don't tell people the specific questions I'm going to ask them. How they answer that's up to them. But the topic and everything that we discussed, Stassi knew. She knew the subject matter. She knew what I was going to ask her, not the questions. In fact, the night before the interview, it was asked that I not discuss her controversial comments on the Me Too movement, where she had criticized women who'd come forward with their painful stories. And she made even more hurtful remarks about sexual assault. That hit me to my gut, that I didn't ask her. But again, I want to be honest with you. Given that she was 5 months pregnant, the issue of race was hard enough for her and for me. And there was a lot to unpack, including that Nazi comment. So I said we were not going to go down that road, but we would have this difficult conversation that we all should have to provide a better platform for our children.
I feel like you can't open your mouth without offending the universe.
Because I'm an idiot.
Right.
Seriously, I am.
Does it make you, do you think maybe you should think before you speak?